Good afternoon, students. Yesterday we completed aldehydes and ketones, totally finished out. Okay, all important named reactions totally completed. So in that lesson, one more part is left over. In that lesson, what is that part? Carboxylic acids. We are going to discuss about the carboxylic acids in today's class. So first of all, today we are going to see nomenclature of carboxylic acids, preparation, then physical and chemical properties of the acids. Followed. So first of all, what is the general formula? General representation of carboxylic acid are COOH. General representation of the carboxylic acid. Clear? Next, according to IUPAC system, okay, carboxylic acids are called as what? Oic acids. Carboxylic acids are known as oic acids according to IUPAC system. Clear? Now, let us take some compounds to explain the common name and IUPAC name. Now, for example, let me take now HCOOH. Okay, so HCOOH, what is its common name? Formic acid. Common name is formic acid, and IUPAC name, since only one carbon is there, it is methanoic. Clear? It is methanoic acid since only one carbon is there. Clear, everyone? Now, similarly, if I take the CH3COOH, so its common name is what? Acetic acid, and its IUPAC name is what? Ethanoic acid. If I take now 3 carbon atoms, CH3, CH2, COOH. So now it's what I want to say, common name is propionic acid. Common name is propionic acid, whereas its IUPAC name is propanoic acid. IUPAC name is propanoic acid. And these are all monocarboxylic acids. Monocarboxylic acids means which contain only one COOH group. They are called as the monocarboxylic acids. Followed. Now, if I take the dicarboxylic acids like COOH and COOH. So, what is the common name of this compound? Common name is the oxalic acid. Clear? And IUPAC name, since 2 carbons are there, it is ethane, and 2 COOH groups are there, it is dioic acid. It is ethane dioic acid. Clear? Now, here, let me take now one more dicarboxylic acid, COOH, CH2, COOH. You know, this is Malonic acid, its common name. Common name is malonic acid. And coming to the point of the IUPAC. So 3 carbons are there. Therefore, it is propane dioic acid. Propane dioic acid. Completed. Now, coming to the point of the, if the COOH, let me write clearly this one. Now, here, if the COOH group is present on the benzene ring, COOH group is present on the benzene ring, then its common name, IUPAC name, both are same. That is benzoic acid. Benzoic acid is even accepted by IUPAC also. Benzoic acid is even accepted by IUPAC. Here, common name benzoic acid, even IUPAC name also benzoic acid. Now, in the similar way, for example, if I take now CH2COOH, CH2COOH, okay. So now this compound common name is phenyl ethanoic acid, sorry, phenyl acetic acid, phenyl acetic acid, common name, phenyl acetic acid. But according to IUPAC nomenclature, we have to number the principal carbon chain. So this is first carbon, this is second carbon. Clear? So at second carbon, phenyl group is there. So here I am writing. What is the IUPAC name? I am writing here. See clearly. IUPAC name 2-phenyl. Okay. Here I will write, since place is not there. Here only I will write. Okay. So 2-phenyl ethanoic acid. 2-phenyl ethanoic acid. Is it clear, everyone? This is the nomenclature of the carboxylic acids. Even nomenclature part we discussed in 11th class also. There is nothing special in this one. But 1-2 important things I want to discuss in the nomenclature. Now, for example, here, let me take now this compound. Here I am writing. Okay. Now tell me, what is its IUPAC name? What is its IUPAC name? Let me see your chat box. So please respond to the chat box. What is the IUPAC name of the compound? There I wrote. What is the IUPAC name of the compound? Here, let me give the answer for this one. Okay. So here you see now, this is the principal carbon chain having more number of carbon atoms. Here, COOH is not the part of the principal carbon chain. So what is the name of this one? Cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Cyclohexane carboxylic acid. COOH is not included in the principal carbon chain. So we must not call it as the OIC acid. Remember, everyone. So this is the cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Clear? Let me give one more compound here. Okay. Now CH2 COOH CH COOH CH2 COOH. Tell me the IUPAC name of this compound. Bitu. బిట్టు ఏం లేదు, ఒకసారి బిట్టుని బిలు. దీని వెనకది కింద పడిపోయింది, ఒకసారి బతుకుతాడేమో వాడు. బిట్టుకి ఎంత చిన్న క్యాప్ ఉంటుంది, కింద ఇక్కడనే పడ్డది, టేబుల్ కింద పడ్డది చూడు. దీని ఎంత చిన్న క్యాప్ ఉంటుంది కదా. So what is the IUPAC name of this compound? Come on, respond through the chat box, everyone. What is the IUPAC name of this compound? Please respond through the chat box. Here I am getting the mixed answers. Okay. So now let me give the correct answer for this question. So first of all, what is the principal carbon chain here? Principal carbon chain is this one. This is the principal carbon chain. Clear? So COOH is not the part of the principal carbon chain. Therefore, now numbering 1, 2, 3, you can number from that side also, no problem. Therefore, what is the name of this one now? 1, 2, 3, propane, propane, tricarboxylic acid. Clear? Propane, 1, 2, 3, propane, tricarboxylic acid. 1, 2, 3, propane, tricarboxylic acid. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Propane 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3 propane, both are same only, doesn't make any difference. Is it clear? Okay, this is the nomenclature of the carboxylic acids. Followed everyone? Right, now coming to the point of the, after completing the nomenclature, okay, now we are going to see the structure of the carboxyl group. Structure of carboxyl group. Okay, structure of carboxyl group. Now carboxylic acid is this one, am I right? So here oxygen carry 2 lone pairs. Followed everyone? So now when the pi bond goes here, so see clearly, if I write the resonance structure here, then here O will get the negative charge. Okay, so now here carbon will get the positive charge. But immediately what happened again? Immediately this oxygen will give the lone pair. So as a result, what happened? The positive charge on the carbon will decrease. Clear? So as a result, positive charge on the carbon, what happened? Decreased. Are you followed everyone? So now tell me, here this carbon is there na? Let me round up here. Now see clearly, this carbon is there na? This carbon is More electrophilic or less electrophilic? You tell me. More electrophilic means what? More positive charge. Less electrophilic means what? Less positive charge. So is that carbon more electrophilic or less electrophilic? Tell me now through your chart box. Is it more electrophilic or less electrophilic? It is the less electrophilic. Is it clear, everyone? Some students are giving the answer. It is less electrophilic. Clear? This is the main difference between aldehydes and ketones. Followed. So here, this carbon, here I am writing, you see, this carbon is the less electrophilic. This carbon is the less electrophilic. Completed, everyone? So this is introduction to the carboxylic acids. Now we are going to discuss about the preparation methods. Preparation methods of carboxylic acids we are going to see. Preparation methods of carboxylic acids. Clear? In that, first one is from alkenes. From alkenes. In alkenes, one important point to be discussed here. Okay. So, what is that important point I am writing here? Alkenes having at least one hydrogen on vinylic carbon atom produces carboxylic acid. What is this vinylic carbon? That I will explain now. First of all, this is one important point to be noted here. So at least one hydrogen atom should be there on the vinylic carbon. Then only we will get the carboxylic acid. Completed. So what is this vinylic carbon that I am going to explain now. So now, for example, let me take this compound. So this when undergo oxidation with strong oxidizing agent like KMnO4. Now see clearly, everyone now. So this carbon, these carbons are there now, they are called vinylic carbons. They contain hydrogens, you see. Vinylic carbons contain hydrogens. Clear? Oxidation means what? Removal of hydrogen only. Na? If hydrogen is not there, then what we will remove? Therefore, vinylic carbon should contain at least one hydrogen. Then only we will get the carboxylic acid. If hydrogen is not there on vinylic carbon, then what oxidation we will do then? Not possible. Na? Therefore, now you see, break this bond. Clear? Left side. From left side, what we will get? RCOOH. Similarly, from right side also we will get RCOOH only. Clear, everyone? Let us take some example now to explain this one. So CH3, CH double bonded CH, CH3 when undergo oxidation with KMnO4. when undergo oxidation with KMnO4. Okay, tell me what is the answer? What is the answer here? Everyone tell me, respond. Now, is it methanoic acid or ethanoic acid? Ethanoic acid, 2 molecules of ethanoic acid. Am I right? So here answer is 2 molecules of ethanoic acid, CH3COOH. Clear? Now, if I take one more example in this way, okay. Now, when this undergo oxidation with KMnO4, this is propene. Clear? So break the bond here. Followed. Now, after breaking, once you see left side 2 carbons are there, and here right side only 1 carbon is there. So from left side you will get 2 carbon acid. From right side you will get 1 carbon acid. Left side 2 carbon acid, right side 1 carbon acid. Completed. Now, for example, if I take a compound in this way now, CH3 double bonded CH2, when undergo oxidation with KMnO4. When undergo oxidation with KMnO4. So this double bonded carbon is there now, it is not having any hydrogen, you see. Whereas this double bonded carbon is having hydrogen. Clear? So now what happened? See clearly. Here, when the bond is broken, okay, so the double bonded carbon which is not having hydrogen, that will form ketone, and the double bonded carbon which is having hydrogen, that will form acid. Okay, come on, tell me, any doubts here? The double bonded carbon which is not having hydrogen will form ketone. The double bonded carbon which is having hydrogen will form acid. Clear? The double bonded carbon which is not having hydrogen will form ketone, and which is having hydrogen will form acid. Is it clear, everyone? Right. So now these are some examples. Okay, 1 minute. So these are some examples for the first preparation method. Now let me go for the second preparation method here. Okay, so second preparation method is from alkynes. Second preparation method is from alkynes. From alkynes. From alkynes we can prepare acids by 2 methods. Clear? 2 methods are there. What are the 2? Now see clearly. Here RC triple bonded Cr. Okay. So one method is direct ozonolysis. Oxidative ozonolysis we have to do. Oxidative, that means ozonolysis with H2O2. Ozonolysis with H2O2 is called oxidative ozonolysis. If H2O2 is not used, then reductive ozonolysis you will, that is called as reductive ozonolysis. Okay, and one more is with KMnO4. With KMnO4. Clear? Remember, in both the cases, we will get 2 moles of RCOOH only. In both the cases, we will get 2 moles of RCOOH. Ozonolysis is very important to us. KMNO4 is not that important, but ozonolysis you have to take care. Okay. So now we are going to take some examples on the ozonolysis. Now, for example, let me take now CH triple bond CH. When undergo ozonolysis with H2O2 called as oxidative ozonolysis. Okay. How to do this one? So break the bond here. Left side one carbon is there. You will get one carbon acid. Right side also one carbon is there. That also will give one carbon acid. So both will give same acid called as the methanoic acid, and 2 moles you will get here. One from left side, one from right side part. Clear? Now, for example, if I take now this one CH3C triple bonded CH, when undergo oxidative ozonolysis, when undergo oxidative ozonolysis. Okay, here also again same thing. So break the bond here. Left side 2 carbons are there, right side 1 carbon is there. So you will get 2 carbon acid and 1 carbon acid. What is the 2 carbon acid? CH3COOH plus what is the 1 carbon acid? HCOOH. I hope ozonolysis part is clear to everyone. Okay, about ozonolysis we discussed in detail already in aldehydes and ketones also. So once again I am repeating, ozonolysis 2 types are there. One is oxidative, other one is reductive. Here we are doing oxidative ozonolysis, right? Now, coming to the point of the next preparation method of acids. Okay, so next preparation method of acids is from alkyl benzene. From alkyl benzene, next preparation method. Clear? So now, which alkyl benzene we have to take? For example, let me take the methyl benzene. Okay, so you know methyl benzene also called as toluene. So when toluene undergo oxidation with strong oxidizing agent like KMNO4, clear? Then here the product formed is the benzoic acid. The product formed is the benzoic acid. Hope it is clear, everyone. Now, similarly, if I take, for example, ethyl benzene, okay, what is ethyl benzene? CH2, CH3, when treated with KMNO4, okay. Remember, everyone, this also gives benzoic acid only, okay. Remaining carbon is there, now it will give CO2. So, now one important conclusion is that irrespective of number of carbon atoms in the alkyl group, irrespective of number of carbon atoms in the alkyl group, that alkyl benzene on oxidation always gives benzoic acid. Irrespective of number of carbon atoms in the alkyl group, that alkyl benzene on oxidation always gives benzoic acid. Even you can take 100 carbons also in the alkyl group, you will get benzoic acid only. Remember, everyone. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. You will get benzoic acid only, irrespective of number of carbon atoms in the alkyl group. Okay, followed, everyone? Completed? Now, let me discuss about the next preparation method, that is from gem trihalides. From gem trihalides. Okay, gem trihalides. Now, gem means on same carbon, 3 halogens should be there. This is the gem trihalide. Clear? This gem trihalide, when treated with OH minus, clear? I think many times I told you, in organic chemistry, number of moles is not important to us. So, remember everyone, here 3 chlorines are replaced by 3 OH minus ions. 3 chlorines are replaced by 3 OH minus ions. So, in this way, you will get this one. 3 chlorines are replaced by 3 OH minus ions. Followed everyone? Now what happened? 3 OH minus ions on same carbon, highly unstable due to lone pair repulsion. It is highly unstable. So immediately water molecule eliminates out like this. Immediately water molecule will be eliminated. Followed, then what is the thing that is formed here? C6H5 COOH is formed. And you know, C6H5COOH is called as what? Benzoic acid. C6H5COOH is said to be benzoic acid. Completed? Now, in the similar way, for example, if I take this one now, I think you know this is chloroform CHCl3. Chloroform. So chloroform, if I do the same thing then. Clear? So what happened here? HC, now OH, OH, OH. Same thing will happen. Followed 3 OH groups on same carbon, as I told you. It is highly unstable. So immediately water molecule departs out. Clear? So when water molecule departs out, then what is the product formed here? Formic acid, nothing but methanoic acid. I hope this highlights clear everyone. Gem trihalides clear. Very simple mechanism. Gem trihalides. Completed. Now, after completing that one, let us enter into the next preparation method. Okay. So now, next preparation method is from primary alcohols. From primary alcohols. Clear? So now let us think about the primary alcohol. So this is the primary alcohol, or CH2OH. Remember, primary alcohol will undergo oxidation with strong oxidizing agent. Primary alcohol when undergo oxidation with strong oxidizing agent. Okay, then here we will get the carboxylic acid. Clear? If you take the mild oxidizing agent, like what? Tollens reagent. Clear? If you take the mild oxidizing agent, like Tollens reagent, then what happens, you know? You will get aldehyde only, not acid. So remember, from primary alcohol, if you want acid directly, so use strong oxidizing agent. If you want aldehyde, then use mild oxidizing agent. Okay, so now let me take one example here. CH3, CH2, OH. This is the primary alcohol. So this primary alcohol, when undergo oxidation with strong oxidizing agent, Okay, what happened here? CH3, COOH, clear? CH3, COOH is formed, acetic acid is formed. Completed? Now, coming to the point of the next preparation method. Next preparation method from aldehydes. From aldehydes. Okay. Now, how to prepare acids from aldehydes? So, here let me take RCHO aldehyde. So, if you use strong oxidizing agent KMnO4, okay, or mild oxidizing agent like Tollens reagent, in both the cases you will get carboxylic acid only. If strong is used or else if mild is used, in both the cases we will get the same thing, that is carboxylic acid only we will get. Hope it is clear to everyone. One student is asking a question: is PCC the best reagent to prepare aldehyde from primary alcohol? That is, when we are talking about acids, again, why aldehydes preparation we are talking? I didn't understand here. Who is this student? Isai. We are discussing one thing. You are asking one more thing. Any doubts? Up to here, I am seeing your chat box. Completed everyone? Right. Let us go to the next preparation methods. Okay. So next preparation method is from methyl ketones. From methyl ketones. From methyl ketones. Clear? So now tell me, methyl ketone, RC double bonded OCH3, methyl ketone. Clear? So methyl ketone, when undergo reaction with halogen in presence of a base, halogen in presence of a base, clear? Second one, acidic hydrolysis. Then tell me, what is the product formed? RCOOH plus CHX3. Anyone remember this reaction? This reaction is called as what? This reaction is called as, please respond. This reaction is called as what? What happened? This reaction is said to be haloform reaction. Very good, very good. Haloform reaction. If I use iodine, it is called iodoform. That's it. Clear everyone? This reaction is said to be haloform reaction. In place of X, if I take iodine, it will become iodoform. Okay, and many times I told you, methyl ketone, okay, methyl ketones will give iodoform test. Methyl ketones will give the iodoform test. Clear? Now, coming to the point of the next preparation method. Next preparation method is from cyanides. from cyanides. Next one. Okay. Now, so how to prepare acids from cyanides? So see clearly, R, C, triple bonded N. Okay. Now what happened when this undergo acidic hydrolysis? When this undergo acidic hydrolysis, okay, directly we will get the carboxylic acid. RCOOH, and here the byproduct is ammonia. So please copy quickly. Some students are asking me to wait for some time. Clear? I hope you completed everyone. Okay, right. Let me go for the next preparation method. Okay, so next preparation method is from Grignard's reagent. From Grignard's reagent. Next preparation method. Okay, now how to prepare acid from Grignard's reagent. So you know Grignard reagent is what? RMGX. In RMGX, R will carry negative charge, MGX will carry positive charge. Magnesium is metal. Clear? Now let me take here carbon dioxide, CO2. So what happened here? Pi bond will shift on any oxygen. Then carbon gets the positive charge. So negatively charged R attacks on the positively charged carbon. Followed. Then what is the thing that is going to form here? Clear? Okay. O minus MgX plus. Okay. So this on further acidic hydrolysis. This on further acidic hydrolysis. So now you see here RCOOH. In this way, we will get the acid, carboxylic acid, RCOOH. Clear? What is the byproduct formed here? Byproduct is MgXOH. So CO2, when treated with Grignard, then you will get carboxylic acid. Completed. Now here one question I want to discuss here. Now here I am taking the bromine and here I am taking the NO2. So this one when treated with magnesium, then a compound A is formed. Clear? This one when treated with CO2. Okay, CO2 followed by acidic hydrolysis, then a compound B is formed. Identify A and B. Identify A and B. Identify A and B. Come on, do it everyone. One student from Mahatma School, I think so. Who is that? Saran. Asking that no mechanism. Mechanism for which reaction, may I know? No mechanism. One student is asking from Mahatma School. For cyanide reaction directly attacking according to Markovnikov rule. Okay, come on, let me give the answer for this one. Okay, so first of all, see clearly, this is the reactant given to us, bromine at meta position NO2. So when magnesium react with that one, magnesium reacts, then you will get here MgBr, clear, NO2. Followed everyone? Now MgBr when treated with CO2. Okay, so same thing happens now. This is MgBr, am I right? Treated with CO2. Then finally what we are getting? Acid we are getting, you see. The same thing happens here then. So what is the final answer? Final answer I am writing here, see clearly. This will convert into COOH. This will be as it is, meta nitrobenzoic acid. Meta nitrobenzoic acid. Clear? So this is your A and this is your B. Clear everyone? Followed everyone? A is the Grignard, B is the acid. B is the acid. I hope everyone got the answer. Followed everyone? And here one student, I don't know who is this, VRMS, how sir magnesium attack bromine? How magnesium is attacking bromine? I think you don't know about the Grignard. Magnesium will attack on bromine only. Then only we will get Grignard, na? Here also magnesium is attacking beside halogen only. What is X here? Halogen only, na? Is it clear, everyone? Followed everyone? That reaction takes place in ether only. Grignard is stored in ether only. Again, no need to mention ether. Is it clear? Who is this? The student from JNDRC in presence of ether. No need to mention ether. Grignard means ether only. Again, what is the need to mention ether? Tell me. Followed. Now, let us go to the next preparation method. Okay, from acyl halides and anhydrides. Now, next one. Next one is from acyl halides and anhydrides. Acyl halides and anhydrides. Okay, so now first of all, acyl halide. What is acyl halide? RCOCl. So acyl halide when undergo hydrolysis. Acyl halide when undergo hydrolysis. Clear? So do one thing, remove HCl part here. If you remove that part, then what is the thing left over here? RCOOH, carboxylic acid. For example, let me take this one, CH3COCl. When undergo hydrolysis, CH3COCl when undergo hydrolysis. Okay, so HCl is removed out here. Followed. So what is the acid formed here? Ethanoic acid. Completed. Next is from anhydrides. Okay. Now let me take one anhydride like this. CH3, C double bonded O, O, C double bonded O, CH3. Acetic anhydride. This is called as acetic anhydride. So this acetic anhydride when undergo hydrolysis. This acetic anhydride when undergo hydrolysis. Okay. So once you see, this is the acetic acid. Clear? Now let me take one more color here. Now you see, this is also acetic acid only, na? Therefore here, what is the product formed here? 2 moles of acetic acid. Clear? 2 moles of acetic acid. Okay. Followed everyone? One student from KNMS is asking to explain Grignard reaction once again. What is the problem in the Grignard? What happened in this one? Now R minus of Grignard attacks on positively charged carbon. Then you will get one intermediate, which on hydrolysis we are getting carboxylic acid. Any doubt still in the preparation methods? Please respond everyone. Any doubt in the preparation methods? Hope it is clear. Okay. So let me show you the slide from the starting onwards. Okay. Physical chemical properties we will do in the next class. So now let me show you the slide from the starting onwards. If any slide is missing, take the screenshots. This is the first one. This is the second page. Okay, and this is the third page. And here I started the preparation methods. Now, second preparation method from alkynes. Third preparation method from alkyl benzene. Next from gem dihalides also you can see here. Clear? Next, from primary alcohols and from aldehydes. Completed. Next, from methyl ketones and from cyanides. Next is from Grignard's reagent. Next, from acyl halides and anhydrides. Last preparation method. I hope all the preparation methods clear, everyone. Clear? All preparation methods? Please respond. Yes, okay. So we'll meet in the next class to discuss physical and chemical properties. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.